In grade 2, I played this game for the first time. It was awesome. Blood, guts, and multiplayer mayhem. My brother and I played the hell out of this game, and I even set up a little tournament with my friends. It has been years since I have played this game, although I have been keeping up with the new Mortal Kombat release on PS4, so I thought that I would give it a quick revisit. In terms of story, the game takes place after the first one. Guro has been defeated and Shao Kahn has come to the Earth to have another tournament to see if he can take over Earth. The story is simple: if you win the tournament, the Earth is saved. In terms of gameplay and design, this is a 2D fighter. Players take control of a character and have a variety of moves including high and low punches and kicks, block, and then a number of special moves for each character like magic projectiles, freeze shot, acid shot, and teleport attacks. While some moves are pretty cheap by today's standards, like the trip mechanic, most moves work quite well. While the game is okay in one-player mode, although extremely hard, the game really shines in 2 players when you can battle your friends endlessly. This is how I spent 90% of my time as a kid, and the battle mechanics still hold up today with multiplayer. The main addition that Mortal Kombat added to the fighting genre though is Fatality finishing moves. Most of the characters have 2 finishing moves each. They are moves that can be used to kill your opponent once you have defeated them. Players have a few seconds to input a button combination to initiate the finishing move. It was this specific mechanic, pulling off the finishing moves, that kept my friends and I up late at night trying to pull them all off. See below for a couple outrageous examples below. The game also introduced new types of finishing moves such as stage-specific moves like punching enemies off a bridge or into a pool of acid. Friendships are also an option that allow players to finish with a fun move instead of killing them. Lastly, players can turn their opponents into babies. The last 2 options are a bit random and the moves themselves are really hard to pull off compared to the regular finishing moves but are nevertheless a fun addition. In terms of graphics, the game was very realistic at the time of its release, and it still looks fairly decent for a SNES game. The game utilizes digitized sprites to make everything look so good, and for the most part it works. The game is quite bloody and violent, and I don't usually like games like that, but it's so over the top that it just seems to work. There are lots of different stages players can visit as well, all of which are quite detailed. The game's music is present and does get the job done. It's quite moody, but it definitely takes a back seat to the great sound effects. All the special moves and finishing moves sound powerful and satisfying. In summary, this is a fantastic 2D fighting game with some awesome characters, cool moves, and over-the-top grotesque finishing moves that makes multiplayer a ton of fun. This is probably my favorite Mortal Kombat on SNES and is recommended, especially with the inexpensive price of $15 to $20. Overall, I give this game a final score of 8/10. Final score, 8/10.